Hey everyone, welcome back to the Virtual Investor. Michael and Paul here, and we're gonna go over some more deal reviews and just go over a couple samples and show how we come up with the comps and all that kind of stuff there for you. I'll hand it off to you here, Mike.
Let me know when you can see it, Paul.
Okay.
Good?
Not up yet. Let's see.
Oh, I got it here. Something else popped up. I skipped a step. There we go. Good now?
There we go. Yep, now I can bring it up. Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So kind of walk through two recent deals that we've done here today. And the first is in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, kind of centralist Pennsylvania. We've done plenty of deals in the past. And the way we got this property is first we acquired it through an online REO auction. And once we did kind of our normal due diligence process, right? It's, we analyzed the property. Did it make sense? If so, when it did, we reached out to a local agent, and we actually worked with a local agent that we've, Paul's known for probably 20 years now, right, in that area. So those are great connections to continue to have when you're doing properties virtually. And the way we funded this property was through a private lender. So that was how we got the funding on the deal. And then for the repairs, this is pretty much just a wholesale. The only thing we paid was $100 some bucks for it to de-winterize the house. That way the end buyer could kind of do their inspection on the property. Anything to add there, Paul, so far?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It's a nice, simple, basically a wholesale type of deal, but not even a rehab or a wholesale, right? We're basically just buying this, relisting it as is. If we find out the buyer needs certain repairs done, maybe we'll do those repairs, or maybe we'll just give them a credit.
Yeah. And then here's just the listing on Redfin. You can see it's contingent, so it's under contract. We have it under contract with the seller right now. And just give people a flavor what the property looks like. Pretty decent condition. Nice little yard, shed,
Deck.
Yep. You can see here it's dated a little bit, but clean and livable. Some updates to the vanity there, but someone coming in here with a fresh coat of paint and some new flooring could do wonders on this property.
Yeah, so even HVAC was in pretty good shape on that too. If you look at those pictures, HVAC and plumbing look relatively newer.
Yeah, so basically, right, it's overall the bones, mechanicals, everything's operational, good condition, and then it's just cosmetic stuff that someone could easily get a good property at a good deal for them and then make it to what their liking is. And figured run some comps on this one. So this is the Zillow ad, and the way we kind of looked at it real quick here is move this thing here. As you can see here, this property is basically just in a neighborhood, and what we did was initially did our analysis on the property. Having some troubles here with Zillow. You just kind of circle the development like we did before, get comps just in that area. We know it's a home, so we just filter out anything else. In a development like this, all you're going to get is homes, but sometimes in some areas you're going to have multifamily lots, etc. So let's just focus on properties, and then we'll kind of look at 12 months here. And I think, what was the property square footage? I forget already. Call it.
I think it was at 1,800 or 1,600.
Okay. If that's the case, it's just do 15 to 2,000. But I'm guessing it was a little bit tighter, so kind of hit apply. Not many comps there, which is strange. I'm wondering if it's a square foot issue here, because on our property they had nothing. So yep. Sometimes in Zillow, they don't post in certain neighborhoods the square footage, so you got to kind of figure it out and then just kind of see what properties look like here. These are new construction, so you could kind of take them out. One way to do that is just to, maybe this home was probably built in the 19s. So just apply here anything after 2000 and remove them. And now you got more comparable properties. And you can kind of see here on the high end, something nice is probably 325 here. Again, some dated too. The cabinets aren't original or aren't brand new, but updates here, paint, flooring. So on the high end in this neighborhood, you're getting 325, and then on the low end, this is actually our property. So probably on the low end, you're looking at low twos essentially. Yeah. And the property, going back to it, is it was bids were in the, around 100. We ended up winning the property at 105 with buyer's premium that put us about 110 and change. Add in some transfer tax, like 2% Pennsylvania, some closing costs and holding costs with the private lender, what we were expecting here, we would be all in for about 119. And we knew the as-is value, talking to local agent and doing our analysis, probably needed to be about 150 given how dated it was and what the repairs would needed. And then basically what happened is what we thought would happen. We got an offer on the property for 159.9, and when you bake out the seller's assist, that just netted us over 150, which is the number here.
Was our target number. We were actually right on the button with this one.
Exactly. And then we ultimately ended up with, 18,000. It's basically a wholesale deal. The only money we put into it was to de-winterize the property,
right?
For the end buyer. So that's kind of a great example of an auction property where you didn't have to do anything into it. You buy it, hold it for like 2-3 months, and then sell it and move on. Okay. So that's a good recent example of a quick and easy wholesale we got going on right now. Anything to add there, Paul?
No, I mean, these are bread and butters. And again, this isn't a home run, or double or anything. This is a basic classic wholesale deal. I think if you talk to people that are doing the assignments contract, they're probably averaging around $12,000 to $15,000 per deal in most markets. So, I mean, this is just a little bit higher than that. It's pretty similar, but you don't have to worry about any marketing costs. So,
yeah, exactly. How much paperclip money did you have to spend to get that 18K that you mentioned just there? For us, it was zero. But someone on the direct-to-consumer side going to the homeowners, you have those marketing costs that you got to adjust for. And
just given the average cost right now, what I've seen at the last meeting I was at was around $4,800 is the average cost per acquisition for a wholesaler out there. So just give you guys an idea, about $5,000 a deal, what it costs in marketing costs for you to get a deal.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Good fact sharing. So that's property one. I figured let's jump to the next one, Paul.
Yep.
Here, the next one is in Pocola, Oklahoma, and jump to the property, show you what that looked like first, and then kind of go through the numbers. As you can see here, it's pending, right? We already bought it, and then we're under contract with the buyer.
Yeah.
And this is an example of the outside, looks average from the initial cut picture there, not the best. And then when you go on the inside though, however, you can see here, great condition, right? Newer paint, newer flooring, cabinets probably I'm guessing 15 to 20 years old, but in great condition. It might be even newer actually.
Yeah, that might be.
So overall, pretty good. I mean, the only thing it needs in the kitchen is a refrigerator. Yeah. And then, carpets are not brand new, but it's still in decent condition. So again, move-in ready type of house here for someone.
Yep, it's like a turnkey right here. If they want to do anything, they repaint, they put new carpet in.
Exactly. And everything else looking good for the most part in all the bedrooms and bathrooms. And some love maybe on the outside as well, right? It looks like the paint's fitting here on the post. So really, if the new homeowner's coming in here wants to put money somewhere, it might be just painting the siding or something to make it pop in the window shades here.
Yep. I would agree. And landscaping's good. It's decent enough. Nothing extraordinary, but clean, a nice clean house in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. And again, right, how do we find this, right? It's an REO online auction. Funding, again, is through a private lender to fund the deal. Repairs, we actually put $1,700 into this one, and it was towards a plumbing fix and some termite treatment, preventative treatment. And then, what investment strategy do we use? Well, originally we wanted just a wholesale, but again, we're flexible and nimble. We ended up putting in a little over, $1,700 into it. So technically it's a minor rehab there from that perspective. And what's it look like so far, the deal, right? We're all into it for 118. We put $1,700 into it, given the plumbing thing and the termites that we just mentioned. Here's some transfer tax, closing costs, expected holding costs type of thing. And then we're under contract right now with a conventional buyer at 185. And we expected a net on this deal around, call it 45,000. Again, a quick turn hold, just a few months. And it's another way to, you don't have to do a full rehab on a property to get this kind of number, essentially is what we're trying to highlight here on this property.
Yep. And we were able to figure out this was a good deal by reaching out to a local agent, getting good info from them, good intel, and what the condition of the property was, what it would likely sell for. And I think it sold right in our range where we thought we were going to
Correct.
get this property. Again, like the other one, we're right in the range. And it's not always going to be the case there, because sometimes you have unknowns that come up in repairs where it's costing a little bit more in repairs. And we kind of build that factor in when we're looking at these properties. So if we do have an extra 5,000 or 10,000 repairs, we're still going to be okay. And this one's what, 44, almost 45K on
Exactly.
return on this one. That's what we call like a triple, you know, anything over 50K, a home run on a deal where we're doing next to nothing. It was a $1,200 termite treatment and a minor plumbing repair. So really not a whole lot to go with this one. And it should, with a conventional mortgage, much easier to go through and close than it is on an FHA mortgage or a VA mortgage, where they'd be more picky with peeling paint, with any kind of issues that trip hazard, uneven flooring. That's where you're running into issues with FHA and some of those. But with conventional, it's nice and simple. This one, I believe, is closing in December, around December 21st or 23rd, if I recall. So right before Christmas here. And it's a great one. It's a super ideal type property, and again, no marketing costs.